Good morning, traders. Welcome to the market color for today, the 14th of July, 2025. All right. Good morning once again. You're all welcome. Good morning, everyone. Seen your charts. Good morning. All right. Good morning, everyone. We hope you're having a wonderful day today during this period of the market color. And we hope that we'll be able to get some good, we hope that we're going to get some goodies out of the market today during the period of the market color. All right. All right, so let's move straight into the chart and see what we have for today, looking at the chart. Of course, we're going to be starting off with the dollar index, and then after the dollar index, we're going to be looking at GBP USD, Euro USD. We'll also look at gold against the dollar, the yen pairs, starting off with the yen basket, GBP JPY, and of course, Euro JPY during today's market color. Okay, so straight up into the charts, we're looking at dollar index. Now, looking at the dollar index, we're expecting that the dollar index is going to keep going to the upside, because last week, if you remember, we anticipated a retracement on the dollar index, and you can see that it has been playing out just so as we anticipated last week. So we're expecting that it's going to continue. We're expecting that to continue as we are trading all the way to this level. This is one of the levels that we're expecting the dollar index is going to trade to. We marked out some volume imbalances. You see all these horizontal, all these rectangles, the blue rectangles, we use that to mark out imbalances that we'll be using to measure where the dollar index is going to be heading to. But as at this point, we've seen that the dollar index has headed into some premium levels. We're expecting to trade all the way to 61.8 possibly before selling to the downside. So we're looking at further retracement on the dollar index before a sell, but just have it in mind that the dollar index is already in a trade zone. Okay, so let's look at this other level. This is on the 4-hour time frame. You can also see that the dollar index is yet to trade into this volume imbalance. It has filled up the others. We're remaining this one right here. So looking forward to seeing the dollar index trade into this level here before giving the final sell-off. So we can get rid of this other two so that our charts is a little clearer and we know what we're looking for. So this is the last. So this is the last place we would want to see dollar index get to, this place right here. Once it has gotten into that place, then we'll be looking forward to taking the sell to the downside. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm looking out for. We trade into this level here and then a sell off to the downside, or potentially you can also mark out this breakout block right here. This is going to be also a good place for the dollar index to retrace to. So marking out all the possible places for a good retracement, so that if price gets there and start retracing, we would be expecting it, since we've already analyzed and forecasted that play on the charts. Okay, so this is my outlook on the dollar index. You trade into this level here or here as the breakout block, or to fill up this volume imbalance, and then a sell-off afterwards. So I'm expecting a buy on the dollar index this for the first half of the week, because I'm anticipating these 2 points of interest to be traded into before the sell-off. So this is what I'm expecting, something like this. A move back here before the sell-off, or a move all the way here. So either of these two locations, so either price trades to this level here and then sells down, or trade all the way to this level here before selling to the downside. So either of these two, when it plays out, we would know what the dollar index had in mind before we take our trade. So for me, I'm still going to be bullish on the dollar index. I'll still be buying the dollar index into these levels before selling. Let's look at how that affects our analysis on Euro USD and then GBP USD. Now for Euro USD, we can also see that Euro USD has some plans to move to the upside. We're still expecting Euro USD to trade a little above and then to the downside because there's still liquidity to the upside. However, we saw it at premium a couple of days ago, and then we are analyzing for a discount where we want to see a sell to the downside before continuing buying. So you can see that Euro USD being in this retracement has not traded to 50% level yet, unlike what the dollar index has done. So for Euro USD, it is just filling up a volume imbalance. We would expect it to continue selling to the downside afterwards, okay? So this is what we have on the daily time frame. We're expecting further sales on Euro USD to the downside. Now, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, you'd also see that there are various places where Euro USD could trade to while it's trading to the downside. One place is the 61.8 level right here that has an order block attached to it. So you can see this order block right here. We're expecting that Euro USD may sell into this level or all the way into this fair value gap here before buying back to the upside. So from the 4-hour time frame, we're seeing that Euro USD still has some levels to sell to. There is still some levels to sell to before it starts buying back to the upside. So I'm expecting further sales on Euro USD. All right, now let's look at the 1-hour time frame so that we can get possible trades for today. So if you look closely, you see that Euro USD is giving a retracement, and I'm expecting it to continue selling to the downside afterwards. You can see that it has created something like this. So it's showing us clearly that Euro USD until it breaks this level before we start looking for a buy to the upside. So having seen this now, we are looking forward to taking sales on Euro USD. So we can go to entry time frames like 15 minutes to start checking out what can possibly play. So for me on the 15 minutes time frame right now, I'm just waiting to see entry signature just print out on 15 minutes time frame, and then I'll be taking my sell to the downside. Okay. So I'm just waiting to see entry signature printing on Euro USD. That's all. We're not expecting so much, just for the entry signature to print out, and then we'll take our sell on Euro USD to the downside. Okay. So looking at Euro USD, you should also be expecting that to happen. So any entry signature you use to enter the market, if you start seeing it on Euro USD, then it's going to give us a trigger to take our sell to the downside, since that's what we're expecting. Our bias for Euro USD is a sell. So we're looking forward to the entry signature to take the sell trades to the downside. All right, so you can look out for that on the 15 minutes time frame. You can look out for that on the 5 minutes time frame. Okay. Like I used to say, one of the entry signatures I like to look forward to is you can go online and search for it. So don't take too much time doing that on the market color here. You can search for variation patterns, okay? Or you can search for what they call morning star or evening star. So you know the one that's for a buy and the one that is for a sell. I think evening star is one for a sell. So you can look out for evening star pattern. So especially for those who are new, just go on Google and type evening star pattern. Then when you see it, look for it on 5 minutes time frame or 15 minutes time frame on Euro USD. If you see it showing up on 5 minutes or 15 minutes time frame, then you can take a sell to the downside on Euro USD. So I hope that is clear. You can also look out for engulfing pattern. So search for these two patterns, the morning star, evening star, and engulfing pattern. We'll use it on 15 minutes time frame to take our entry to the downside. Of course, once I spot it, I'll share it on the Telegram group. So if you're not on the Telegram group, especially for those watching on YouTube, make sure you join the Telegram group so that you can be a part of what we share in the group. Now, back to the analysis for GBP USD. You can see that GBP USD has made a deeper retracement compared to the other two. This is because we've had a weak GBP USD last week. Okay, we had a very weak GBP last week, and we saw GBP USD taking effect on that by selling all the way to this level that that's sold to. We still expect that maybe it may sell a little further or possibly start ranging until Euro, USD, and dollar index start correcting. Then we'll see the flows moving back again in the same direction. Okay, so for GBP USD, this is what we're seeing at the moment. So based on the daily time frame, like I said, it may continue selling or start ranging within that particular point. Now, if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, we could mark out this level as a point of interest. Seeing that price did not stop at this level here, this breaker block right here, so we can take it off. Price didn't stop there, and we can also take off previous markup so that we have a very clear markup now. All right, so looking at this guy, we might see further sales to the downside this week, and maybe be targeting this place here. That is this order block right here. Okay, so when you see a retracement on GBP USD, you can be targeting here. So on the 4-hour time frame, GBP USD is showing us that it has more room to sell to the downside. So seeing that there's more room to sell to the downside, we'll be looking out for sell entries on GBP USD today. All right. So right now, this morning, one of the places I'm trying to see the potential entry point on GBP USD is this fair value gap right here on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so this level right here could be the point of interest where GBP USD could just sneak into and then start selling afterwards. So you can also look at 5 minutes. You can check the 5 minutes time frame or 15 minutes time frame to see what price is going to do when it gets to that level. So you could get into this level here, or on the 5 minutes time frame, you could get into this level here and then start selling. But just like on Euro USD, we're looking for a correction. Once we see our entry pattern printing out on GBP USD or Euro USD, we're going to be taking a sell because we're expecting sell-offs on the both of them this week. So seeing that as we have it, we're looking out for a GBP USD play to the downside. Now, if you look at the fundamental side of things, and of course, we'll also be looking at Forex Live as well to just take a brief look at what we have on fundamental side of things. We're expecting CPI tomorrow. Today is going to be quite quiet on the fundamental side because there's no much high impact news. For tomorrow, we're expecting CPI from US and Canada, and then we're expecting CPI from GBP later on. That's from Great Britain. And then the normal core retail sales, and that will be off for this week. So there's no much high impact news that we're expecting. Inflation is not the case at the moment, so we're not going to be expecting the CPI to be of heavyweight. So we'll just expect quietness in the market. But then from our analysis so far, we're expecting GBP USD to continue selling, Euro USD to continue selling. These are the things that we expect to see in the remaining of the remaining part of this week. So once that happens, we will now take the trades in the direction that we predicted so far. So that is that on GBP USD, that is that on Euro USD. So let's take a few comments and then we'll proceed to our analysis on gold. Now, the first comment we're taking says, can we take Euro USD now? No, not yet. Like I said, we need to see a confirmation, and the confirmation we're looking out for is to see the entry patterns or the candlestick patterns printing out, showing us that the retracement has ended, and then we can continue selling. Okay. All right. The next comment from Olabode says, please, if there is some time after the analysis, kindly share how to check basic market sentiment on FX pairs before taking trade. Okay, so after the analysis, we check if there is enough time afterwards, we'll do that. And then lastly, it says, how does Trump tariff affect trade this week? All right, so for the tariff, because we've seen that other countries are becoming friendly with the tariff, we would wait to see if the market is going to react to it. But I don't expect the market to react to it heavily. I expect everyone to just have a good negotiation because we've seen that most of them are open to negotiation. So we're expecting that the tariff is not going to become of heavy significance to the market, unlike when they were very hostile and were not accepting the tariff earlier. But now they are open to what do we call it, to negotiation. So we might see them having better tariff outcomes later on into this week. Then the last comment we're taking says, can you share with us? Yes, definitely, definitely. Okay, what confirmation candles must be printed? So we stated that earlier. You should go and check it out on YouTube. We said we're looking for engulfing candles. We're looking for variation or evening star patterns to print out on GBP, USD, and Euro USD, either on 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame, for us to start taking the sell to the downside. All right. So that is all for today, and we hope that you learned something. So we're going to continue the analysis as we look at gold against the dollar. We'll also look at the yen pairs and the yen basket. But before then, we'll go on a very short break. When we return, we'll continue our analysis for today.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Market Call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Team. That was a great insight, full analysis from CJ. So this morning we are going to be starting again with the precious metal, and from there we are going to go to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket and then the yen correlated pair. All right, so let's start with the precious metal right now. Please, I need my screen to be enabled, please. Just as CJ already said, what we have on the dollar index also give us some pre-information of what we should look out for on the other pair, particularly for the precious metal. So let's quickly look at the chart of the precious metal to see what is going on right now. All right, so for the precious metal, the time frame, which we all know to be gold, we can see we are very much bullish. And if we are on our mailing list, since the analysis we sent yesterday evening, we have been expecting the market to open bullish. And let's see what has been going on so far since the market opened yesterday evening. Now, if you come to the daily time frame, you're going to observe that after the long bullish trend, we've been in very strong consolidation, and that's exactly what the market is doing right away. And this morning, we are expecting to see more bullishness of the precious metal, particularly today, Monday, into tomorrow. And our analysis becomes much more clear on the 4-hour time frame, where we have a very clear move. Yes, we are in consolidation for a very long while now. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, and however, that is also telling us what we should be doing, meaning we buy low, we sell high. When price is at premium, you look for opportunity to sell, and when price is at discount, you look for opportunity to buy. Last week we looked for opportunity to buy somewhere inside of this 4-hour order block here, and we are expecting to upload what has been the move so far and this order for our order block, because we are currently in a range on the precious metal. All right, so this morning again, as at the market opened, price has started pushing all the way to the upside. So we are still expecting more buys to the 4-hour time frame order block here. Then we can now see some level of sell all the way down and look for buy again until we break out of that consolidation, because that consolidation has been very long now, since the 21st of April. That's when we've been in consolidation state for the precious metal. And that is telling us that whenever price is going to break out from this consolidation, either to the buy side or to the sell side, then the momentum is going to be a very big one all the way into that direction and peak. But many speculations is still ongoing that we are still expecting to see the precious metal buy all the way to the 3,700 level, which is a very big concern, because the all-time high we saw sometimes in the month of April was 3,500 level, meaning we still have about 2,000 points at the top to get to. So let's wait and see, because we are in a buy trend. Then after this consolidation, if price is going to break to the upside. But before that happens, on the 4-hour time frame, we are still going to be trading within a range, which is telling us that our trade analysis is going to be majorly confirmation from the daily time frame of trend and also weekly time frame. But trade decision will be between 1 hour to 15-minute time frame. All right. So since 4 hour also tells us, is showing us that we are in a consolidation state, so we look for opportunity to buy to the upside. Now let's confirm on 1 hour time frame if we have some entry signature. Sometimes on Thursday, we were expecting price to come all the way to this low so we can buy from there. And I'm still of the opinion that price will still pull back if we see that today into tomorrow. I know fully well that tomorrow is the CPI. So CPI may be the news that is going to cause a week down to the downside here, pick more orders for us to continue our pull all the way to the top. Knowing fully well that our PY is still on the 4-hour order block around the 3,400 level. All right. So on the 15-minute time frame, what is the now trade for 15 minutes here? Now for the 15-minute time frame, what I'm still seeing is price is still very much bullish all the way to the upside, but we've not seen any entry signature. There has not been any entry signature yet. So we should just wait until price pull back to our entry signature, just the way it did last week, Thursday. Last week, Monday, after the market opened, we've been expecting price to pull back all the way into this 4-hour time frame. But since Monday, it just did it somewhere on Wednesday and start moving. So we may likely see price also pull back here, maybe tomorrow at the release of CPI data or after the news event of CPI. All right. So let's trade cautiously with the precious metal right now, since we are in a range. All right, until we see our entry signature at our key level. Okay, so this is the first one. We are looking for opportunity to sell when price gets to this level. We take sell opportunity, and if price gets to this level too, we take buy opportunity, and that is on our 1-hour time frame. So we look for buy opportunity here. If this happens for us, we buy here all the way to 4-hour POI, and if the sell on the 4-hour POI happens first, meaning price did not pull back, just move all the way to this 4-hour, then we look for sell opportunity, and we are selling to come and take out liquidity here and look for our buy opportunity back up. All right, so that is the outlook for the precious metal for the week and also for today, till we look at what has become of the market, maybe during the New York session again. All right, okay, so let's quickly move all the way to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket, so we can have some level of key information, see what we are going to be doing in the course of the week on the other yen correlated pair. Now for the yen basket, since we've been bearish all the way, we are expecting that price should still sell all the way to come and take out liquidity. At this point, this looks more like our typical bounce pattern, because we already have the shoulder here, we've seen the sweep and we've seen the forceful break. Then price will get liquidity and it's coming to grab the liquidity. So we are expecting a brief sell of the yen basket before the resumption of the overall bullish move. Knowing fully well that we are in that season where yen is expected to be bullish. This is the time last year too that we have this massive buy of the yen basket back to back for like 5 weeks. So we are expecting the same thing to happen this year. But before that happens, there's high probability for price to come and take out this low liquidity below here. So if that is what is going to happen on the yen basket, and we are seeing some level of confirmations also on our daily time frame, as you can see, liquidity is a lot here. We have a lot of liquidity here. So we expect price to come and take out all this low and even this, if possible, before the continuation of a buy trend. So that is that for the yen basket. What is that now, translating to us on the other yen correlated here? Let's start with GBP, JPY. For GBP, JPY, we are going to see we have more like an inverse of what we've seen on the yen basket here, because we've seen price, create a shoulder pattern here and a break. Now price retrace all the way back towards the shoulder, and we see it creating more like a double top, even if not up to 3 times, testing that level 1, 2, and right now it's still there. So we are still of the opinion that the JPY should still buy a little bit more to clear all this liquidity and begin to sell proper to the downside. Even on the daily time frame, there's something I'm saying right now. That top there, where price is still likely to come into, which is this fair value gap that we have here, somewhere here. So this is it here, this fair value gap. So there's high tendency to see price still retrace all the way into this level that we have here. All right. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame to see what is going on the 4-hour time frame. So for the 4-hour time frame of GBP, JPY, what we have there mostly is, yes, we are expecting price to pull back for us to buy to continue the trend, because this is more of our trade zone, and we expect price to retrace there and move forward. All right. Right now, what we are seeing is price coming all the way to this trade zone, and we have a reference point, which is that fair value gap. When it comes much more clearly on the 1-hour time frame, because this is the level here, you can see the order block, the fair value gap, and we expect price to test one of the two, either the fair value gap or the order block. But right now, just seems as if price really did not enter into the fair value gap. It just tap it and push all the way back to the front again. So what we are going to see moving forward is two things. Is either price comes all the way back down to tap proper into this order block and this fair value gap, or we see the sell rush all the way to this POI, because we have a shoulder here and we've seen this peak and break. So we expect price to come all the way, take out this liquidity, tap into this level, and we buy back up to our POI. And where are we going to upload? Price is coming all the way to take out this liquidity at the top here. So this is the outlook for GBP, JPY for the week. This may just be the only trade for the week on GBP, JPY, because it looks much more of a very big high probability trade. Okay, so we expect a sell to buy of GBP, JPY. Now, what is the now trade going on? It's still telling us that we should still be patient enough to see price get to our POI on GBP, JPY. All right, so that is that for GBP, JPY. And lastly, let's quickly take a look at EUR JPY before we call it a day. So for EUR JPY, if you look at it on the daily time frame too, we are going to observe we have similar pattern, and we've been expecting a sell of EUR JPY somewhere around this level, particularly at this daily order block that we have here. Price is currently at this daily order block, testing it and struggling at that place. Now, two things: is either price react from that level back to the downside, or it takes out a brief liquidity that we have here, somewhere here. And that is telling us something, because if you look at it, this is the shoulder, we've seen the sweep and we've seen the break. But this liquidity resting here with an order block, that's where we see price falling at that place. But two things: there's a tendency for price to violate this order block and trade proper to take out this liquidity and even come and test this fair value gap that we have at the top here. So since we are expecting the yen basket to do a sell to buy, then we should look more for a buy opportunity on Euro JPY. And if you look at Euro JPY right now, last week, the Friday candle is showing us a pattern more like a continuation pattern for the buy to push all the way to the upside. And if you look at it on the 4-hour time frame too, we are still seeing the same thing, that price is very much bullish and there's high tendency for it to continue all the way to the upside. Now on the 1-hour time frame, where is our POI if you truly want to buy? Then we expect price to pull back a bit into this shoulder level here. Then we can easily push forward and buy all the way to the upside for Euro JPY on the 1-hour time frame. So this is our analysis on the yen correlated pair and also the other precious metal. If there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box so we quickly look around it before we end the analysis for the day. So say, please, I did not receive the mail this time around. Oh, probably from your end, but everyone on our mailing list gets it all through. Or better still, you can still, try to register again at valueflowtrading.com/GDA. All right. So if you register there, you definitely will get the mail, and that gives you a pre-information of what the week is expected to look like. Okay. So that is that for the mail. All right. If there's no further question, this is going to be the end of the market call-up brought to you by the Value Flow Trading. Remember, August 2nd for our traders bootcamp in the city of Abuja, where we all are going to meet physically together, discuss and share with you how you too can become much more profitable in this industry. All right, make sure you register and at the same time invite your friends for the meeting. Okay, that is it. Someone said, help check basic sentiment. All right, if that is it, basic sentiment, I think CJ already did that earlier on the, maybe you should just visit the YouTube page and watch it all over again there. All right, so till meet again by 2 p.m. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Oh, Mr. Olawode said he did it. Okay, maybe just a brief one. For the sentiment, we showed during the calendar, market color calendar there, it was shown on the calendar, just the news that we should look out for today. And at the same time too, we can easily get that. All right, at the same time, let's quickly just briefly look at that if you want that. So you can go to a very quick website just for you to get what is going on. It's called the Market Milk Currency Meter, where we check currency meter. All right, so it's called the Market Milk, and this is the site where I am right now. I believe you can see it. So this shows you how what are the strengths of the currency moving forward, particularly on the daily time frame. Like we have now, this is a team trying to play out right now. It's just that this NZD below here is just a little concern. But what we are having now is showing you that the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar are very strong, while we have the CHF, JPY, USD just below at the downside. And that is telling us we have some level of risk on in the market. All right. So when you look at this, they give you, for example, now if you want to clear CAD GBP, it gives you some level of, insight to what you should look out for. Oh, I had my screen is not showing. Oh, my screen is showing. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So I believe you can see my screen now, right? Just let me know if you can see the screen now. You can see currency strength meter. So that is the website you use to check what are the current sentiments in the market. Like we have right now is more okay, is more of telling us right now that we are in today at the current moment is more of a risk on bias in the market, because we have the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, the one that is showing more of the strength, while we have the other pair like GBP, CHF, USD just showing some level of weakness. All right. So until they all align, and this is giving you an insight that when you want to trade, for example, CAD USD is telling you the Canadian dollar is a bit stronger for against the dollar. So you should look at the best one that will be much more preferable for you to trade. And looking at it, you just oppose it with your technical analysis, just as we've done, and you mark out your levels until when price get there and you come back to this chart, you see what is playing on there. That gives you an insight. So all this is what we teach you at our FS Bootcamp, and we teach you how you use more in-depth of it during our FS Bootcamp training. So you can easily just reach out to us on our WhatsApp line or any of our social media handle, and we'll explain everything to you there much more in details. All right. So till we meet again by 2 p.m. I'm the cheers and God bless.